Hey, Ryan England here, CEO and founder of Core Matters and creator of the CoreFit hiring system. And I want to share with you something that I've been thinking about lately. You know, AI is all the rage. Lots of people are talking about AI and how it's helping employers and businesses being able to do more. Well, here's the thing. Anything that makes your life easier makes your competitor's life easier. Anything that makes a lot of people's lives easier means eventually your life becomes harder. So you may not know this, but I just moved with my family across country. We now live in the Nashville, Tennessee area. And I came across some job ads that I thought were very interesting and could be great training materials. So I want to share with you one that I found. And I want you to play with me for a second and imagine that I want to apply for this job as an HVAC service manager over at Hiller. They're a very large plumbing, heating, cooling company here in the Nashville area. In fact, all across Tennessee. And I don't have a lot of experience as an HVAC service manager, but I want to make sure that I'm able to get through the application process because I believe that as long as I can get in there and I can get the interview, I stand a good chance of them offering me the job. Now, I know that a company this size is going to be able to train me. They're going to be able to support me. They'll be able to help me. So even if I don't have it all figured out, as long as I can get through the interview, I'll be good. And here's the cool thing. Now, I don't know about Hiller, but most HVAC contractors, they don't have a great interview process. And if someone that's familiar with the industry, I probably know that. I can probably fake it for the 30 minutes or so that they're going to spend with me asking me some questions. So I glance at the application here or the job ad here, and I think, okay, create a positive customer experience. I can do that. Ensure team members are providing accurate, true, transparent. I can do that. Ensure the team lead. Okay, I get these responsibilities. I look through. Okay, let's see what I need to do to qualify for the job. Well, I need a high school diploma or a GED. I have to demonstrate knowledge. I got to have 2 years experience managing a team. Okay, so I know that as a recruiter, when I create this job posting and I put it up on Indeed, I am looking for this ad here to screen people out for me. So when someone says, "Oh, I've never ran a service department that does 2 to 5 million in revenue," well, okay, maybe I won't apply. But what I do know is that most people think they need to be able to qualify for about 50 or 60% of what's in the job description here so that before I apply for the job. So I look through this and I think, you know what? I really need some help with this. I need some help getting a resume that will get in front of the recruiter. And I know this too, because I've heard this stat. Recruiters make a decision within 6 seconds as to whether or not we're going to move forward. So as a candidate, as a job seeker, I'm sitting here thinking, okay, I know a bunch of these things that I've heard, but I really just got to make sure I get my foot in the door. Because if I get my foot in the door and they schedule me for the interview, I can fake my way through it. Now, how many of you have thought this before? Oh, you know, these people, they apply for the jobs. What were they doing thinking that they had a right applying? And how do we make that decision? We make it based on the resume. And if you've seen my other video about the 3 types of resume, you know that most resumes on this planet are garbage, just like most job postings are garbage. Right? We don't really put out there what we really want. We just put a bunch of bullet points that legal or compliance told us to put out there. And candidates really don't put in their resume who they really are. They put the stuff that they think you want to hear. But I need a resume for this job and I want to apply for it. And I've been told too that it's a good idea to customize my resume for a job. So what do? Well, as a job seeker who's smart, got their wits about them, I think, I've heard all of this about AI. I've heard all of this about how AI is making the world easier for people. So I'm going to see if AI can help me with my resume. Because I already know all I got to do is get through the recruiter enough to where I can actually get into the interview. And then because most interviews are just fluff, all I got to do is just make my way through that interview, fake it for a little bit, tell them some things that they want to hear, and I will be able to show them that I'm qualified to do the job. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call on my friend ChatGPT, and I'm going to see if they can help me write a better resume for my application. So here we are. I've already run through the prompts because I didn't want to wait for this to process so you could see it. So I'm telling ChatGPT, you're an HVAC service manager and you want a new job. You found this one online. You need a resume that exactly matches the requirements and experience to get the job. Write a resume that aligns with this job. And notice, most of the stuff in here, I don't have to complete. I got to put my name and my address. I'm a highly experienced HVAC service manager seeking to utilize my expertise and leadership skills in a dynamic organization. Now, this starts reading like something that's professionally written. It speaks directly to the job that I want to apply for. And in fact, I'm not going to bore you with all the details. Feel free to go back and flip back and forth and watch the video. Most of these bullets directly align with what's being asked for as a summary of qualifications. So when you look at the responsibilities here, create a care culture, mentor the team, ensure the team completes job performance standards, ensure the team lead manages appropriate inventory, proper use of downtag. Now, some of this stuff is likely industry jargon that even someone that may not have worked for this company may not know. AI might not know it either. But when we look back here, excellent leadership abilities, extensive knowledge of the systems, proven track record of driving team performance. This sounds like a pretty solid resume for this type of job. And then when I scroll down, look at this. ChatGPT even makes up that I was an HVAC service manager for a company, city, state, and dates of employment. And I know, having been in the industry long enough, now, Hiller's probably the type of organization that has a more sophisticated recruiting department because you don't become as big as they are without this. But I'll tell you, the small guys, they don't do this. They don't check this stuff. They don't do reference checks. And I know that. So I'm going to roll the dice and see if I can get through here. Look at this. Oversaw all aspects. Managing a team of X. So I've only got a couple areas I have to fill out. And I have this great resume that shows I was a technician for a little while, shows that I've got education, a bachelor's degree in HVAC engineering. Like if I wanted to include that, it's probably an over embellishment just given the fact that I need high school diploma or GED. Any certifications I might hold. Like they even give me some examples, like an EPA 608. Like why not? Here's the skills that I have. And then references are available upon request. Now, I love this. This resume template is tailored to the job posting you provided. Make sure to review it and customize it according to your own experience, qualifications, and skills before submitting. So even ChatGPT knows that this is bogus. This isn't even real. And it's warning me, hey, be careful. If you submit this, make sure you fill out all this stuff to make this not look like a template. And then I think, you know what, though? If I'm a recruiter, I want to see some metrics. I want to see some data. I want to see percentages or dollar signs. I mean, it was mentioned in the job description, so maybe I should mention it here. So I tell ChatGPT, can you add more metrics to show the results that I've achieved? Now, notice I haven't told it anything about my results. I haven't said anything other than, can you add some metrics? And it's like, certainly. Here's an updated version. And when I first looked at it, I'm like, I don't really see any metrics here in the qualifications. But then I get down here, improved overall service department productivity by 20%, achieved a customer satisfaction rating of 95%, reduced service call response time by 15%. I mean, who doesn't want a service manager that can pull off these kinds of numbers? So here we go. This is a much cleaner resume, and it's all fake. And it took me, as long as it took me to write in a couple of prompts into ChatGPT, I've got this great resume. So now I'm thinking, I'm going to take this resume, clean it up, make up some dates, make up some companies. And yeah, I mean, if I have never been in the HVAC space, maybe I wouldn't be applying for this role. So I probably have worked for some other contractors. Maybe they're not in business anymore. Maybe they're really small and I know they won't get back to you. But I can go ahead and update this information. Now, before I finish this, I want a quick disclaimer. I don't think that job seekers are doing this on a regular basis. I like to think that the majority of people are good-hearted, truthful, honest people. But I do think that people want to find a way to get a leg up or to make something a little bit easier. And if they've ever applied for your company before and never heard back, the only thing they can think of is you didn't like my application. Because they don't always understand that you're busy, or maybe you're not really hiring, but you forgot to shut the ad down, or maybe you keep the ads open because you've been told you should always be recruiting and you just can't take the time to get back to them. I don't think that there are a lot of bad people out there doing this, but I do think that just like you are thinking, how can I implement AI into my business to make my life easier by writing my job ads, which would be all fake if AI helped you do that, or create my interview questions, or help me with my onboarding program. Asking AI to do these things without understanding your business is no different than a job seeker asking AI to help with the resume without understanding who they are. And here I've got this amazing resume. I can copy and paste this, put it into a Word document, upload it to Indeed, click apply, send my resume, and it looks like I'm a match made in heaven. So what do you do with this? What do you do now knowing that job seekers can do this so easily and in mass? You have to have a better interview process. Not just a way of screening resumes or screening the application or a phone screen just to double check some things, but a real interview process that helps you remove their mask, that false persona that they're hiding behind, this fake resume that you have right here. Remove that. Find out who they are authentically. And the only way to do that is to develop an amazing interview process, coupled with mindset, objective interviewing, grading, and then teaching your hiring managers how to execute on it. And that's what we do at Core Matters in implementing our Core Fit Screen, a component of the Core Fit hiring system, to make sure that you're interviewing people authentically. You know exactly who it is that you're hiring, so you never have to worry about interviewing someone, making the hiring decision, and then thinking 3 weeks later, who is this person? This is not the person I interviewed. This isn't the person that had that amazing resume. Yet it happens all the time because we don't take the time to build out a solid interview process. And if you're not willing to invest in building out an interview process and teaching your team how to interview effectively, it's not going to be long before job seekers figure out that you use AI for the exact same things that you're using AI for, to make your life easier and to help you get better results faster. So if you're ready to start hiring better people faster and being authentic with who you are as an organization, and you want to cut out the AI and the shortcuts because you know that being real is the only way to attract people who are being real, and you want to cut out some of this noise and you want to start hiring the best people you can and know with confidence that they're going to stick around because they're not only able to do the job, but they're also a fit with your culture, you need to learn more about the Core Fit hiring system and how it can transform the results you're getting in your recruiting process. I'm Ryan England, CEO and founder of Core Matters. If you want to learn more, go check us out at corefithiringsystem.com.